Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making some new tab dividers. If you hear background noise, it's my laminator, which I've started, and that's warming up. I've kind of been back and forth about it, but I think that I am, again, going to be resetting my planner, so stay tuned for that. But this is kind of the first step. So I've got some cardstock here. It does have a number of different styles. I think I'm actually going to be using maybe white or beige, I'm not sure yet. Got my laminating pouches. I have my sophisticated florals here because I really like the bake gold. And then there's some different stickers in here as well. And then I also have some of this washi tape or pet tape that I bought at the stationery show. So I think I'm going to kind of play around with that. The first thing though that I want to do is I want to make a new weekly divider. So it's only going to be small. I'm not 100% sure again what color, so I'm gonna just kind of go through this. I probably won't be talking much throughout it, but I kind of want to see what I want to use. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, so there we have it. There is our first one. I think it turned out really beautifully, actually. So that's my weekly on the back there. Very, very pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish all these, and then I'm probably gonna put everything together. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll let you know when I'm all done, or I'll come back when I'm all done, all of them, and show you what they look like. So stay tuned. So today I am shifting planners. I've been kind of, I do love this one, and I did add my big green mint dividers. However, I've noticed that I don't really need this big because I kind of switched the way that I was doing things. There are also some things in here that I kind of want to move around, and I haven't decided on that yet. However, I did take some time and created a kind of new layout that I'm a little excited about. So I'll show you what I did. I actually took out my rose gold planner that I purchased on Black Friday, and then I actually put on 2 different color rings. So I've got black and rose gold. I just kind of like the way it looks, and it's getting ready for springtime, so I think this will be good. I went ahead and created some new dividers for myself, so I'll show you through these, but basically I've got a weekly. It says wonderful plans ahead. Okay, back in front of that, so that's going to go on as my weekly. I also have a monthly that is very similar to this, and then I kind of just made some different ones. So here is the back of that one. Then we have our budget. We've got our budget planning one here. These are just really rose gold foiled flowers. Trying my best to make sure that you guys can see these, but then we have our savings. Some big flowers there. So all I did was I just took some cardstock and put the big stickers on. I actually used a lot of the bigger ones because I don't know where I would use these. Like, this is one big sticker, so yeah, and then just put some quotes on each one. So that is my savings. And then I have a wellness one here. Again, big flowers here. I did a meal plan one where I kind of combined some flowers and some fruit. This one I actually really liked the way that it turned out. It was super cute. There we go. And then we have a miscellaneous one that I'm just going to use for kind of everything else. I was going to make a reading one, but I think I'm going to put my reading in my wellness because that's kind of where I'm at. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to start by putting these in just so I can bulk some of this up a little bit. So this is my weekly here. I'll probably need to put my monthly in front of that. So this is my monthly. The only thing that I would do differently next time is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I pre-punched the cardstock and it was a little bit too far in, so there is a little bit of an overlap, but that's totally fine. I'm not really going to worry about that. And then let's go ahead and pop the rest of these in. All right, so we've got all of those in. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is, I did take out the month of January, and I was going to take out the month of February and not have it in my planner, but I find myself going back to look at it again, so I think I might actually put it back in. And again, if I need to take it out afterwards, that's completely fine, but I have been reaching for it, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Okay, and then I did take out the rest of the year that I was only going to keep like 6 months in here, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything back in that I have in this planner already, with the exception of my dividers, but I'm going to transfer everything over here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I've taken everything out with the exception of a few things that I need to update here. So I've got my dividers, the protein tracker I'm taking out because I'm going to make a new one, and I really haven't been following it. And then my weekly cleaning checklist and my self-care haven't updated yet for March. I've got a couple of things left in my miscellaneous. And then I also have these 2 dividers here that I can use for other things if I need. Actually, I have 3 of them, but I've taken everything I need out of here. So let's just go through what it looks like now. First of all, now that it is a little bit, here, let me move you back in. Now that it is all put together, it looks a lot better. It feels a lot better. It is still pretty thick, but it's not thick to the point where I need the big one anymore. So let's go through it. So again, we've got our vision board and our mantras. We've got the same dates and stuff here, and we put January and February back in. So we've got the month of January, the month of February, and we have our weekly here. And then we're going to go into our monthly here, which then takes us into March, which is great. And we've got all of those in here. And then we go to our budget section. I also changed around our budget. So we've got budget and savings right after each other. So we've got all of our budget stuff here, our savings tracker here. And then we go into our wellness, and on our wellness, we did take out some things. Like I said, I will put them back in, but we've got our Seize the Day, date night tracker. We've got our word of the day, which I love how this is starting to look. So, and then we added a big section here. So this is probably the biggest section that I have, and this is my kind of book and audiobook tracking. I did this, I think I've done this every year, but I have not been into books like I have been lately. So we also have our TBR list for 2024. I put them in categories so you can see we've got thrillers, we have fiction, fantasy, romance, and then some adult sci-fi, which I've heard a little bit about now. And then I think the last one we have is mystery. Mystery and thriller kind of go the same, but what I did then is I actually went and pre-printed a bunch of books that I want to eventually read this year. I'm happy to say that I have, on this page alone, I've read The Silent Patient already. I'm currently reading Archer's Voice, and I do have Never Lie, Does It Hurt, Ugly Love, and The Priest in hand. So these ones I will be reading. I also have finished this book and I'm on this one now. I didn't read this one because it's a novella, so it's just from a different perspective. I do have these ones as well, and my hope is to get my hands on some of these. This one is down at the bottom because I'm not 100% sure if I want to read it or not, but it's there. Then we have our trackers. So we're on to March right now. These ones I am liking. I don't love this, but we're going to keep it the way it is. And then after that, we've got our periods and pixels that didn't really work out that way. I decided to do it different, so we've got different keywords there. Then we have our meal plans, which again, I am trying to still figure out this whole timing situation because I wanted to do a what's for dinner every week, but it didn't really turn out. But if you did like that, let me know if you want to see that, along with the book stuff. If you would like to see what I'm reading and what I've read and that kind of thing, let me know. I can definitely do videos on that. Still have our meal plans and there. And then finally under miscellaneous, we just have a bunch of spare paper in our video plans for each week. So that's essentially what it's looking like right now. I don't have the rest of the year in here. I don't know if it's gonna fit or if it's gonna be too thick. So I'm gonna just leave it that we have up to June for now, and then maybe in 3 months I won't really have to kind of look back at January and February, and maybe it'll just be different. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. Very random, but this is how I go through the year. I tend to like flip through my planners and change them out to keep it exciting. So this is what it looks like this time. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye guys.